bunch of new makeup to try out, so I thought I should do a full face of first impressions. So that's what I did today. So I came up with this fun look. Generally I do fun looks only when I'm doing one brand tutorial or full face of first impressions, because that's something that's unusual to see. So I tend to go for looks which are more dramatic, more fun. So I came up with this look. I hope you guys will like this look, and if you want to know how this makeup, all of this, fed for me, then please keep on watching. I'm going to start off with some lip love, and I'm going to use the Kiehl's lip balm set. I'm going to use only one of them, but it comes in a set of 3. One is original, one is cranberry, and one is mango. I'm going to use the cranberry one because I love cranberries. This is what the tube looks like. It smells just like fresh cranberries and I love it. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of that all over my lips. Not very thick, but it feels really moisturizing. Also, it's not sticky, which is really good because I hate sticky lip balms. Next, I'm going to move on to priming my face, and I'm going to use Makeup Revolution Ultra All Day Prime and Anti-Shine Balm. I'm really excited about using this one because I'm not really sure how this is going to work as it's in a balm consistency. So I'm just going to read how they say to use it. The versatile formula can be used under makeup as a primer, makeup to set and extend wear, or in place of a traditional pressed powder to absorb oil and eliminate shine without leaving a powdery trace behind. Alright, so I'm just going to use this on my face. It comes with a really slippery sort of a sponge. I'm really sorry if the lighting's changing really quickly because of the fact that it's currently monsoons here, so there are clouds and then there are no clouds, so sun is going all crazy. And I need to remove the plastic of this as well because I haven't, and I switched topics like this, so I don't want to harm this, but how should I remove the plastic? So the plastic's officially off and we are ready to use this up. I'm first going to use whatever's accumulated on the sides of the plastic because I don't want to waste my product. So it feels like a really thick balm. I'm going to go on the sides of my nose where I tend to have little pore issue, not huge pores but small ones. That's what's up, we're gonna have a good time. Consistency of this product is really heavy and really balmy. It feels almost like wax, but when you apply it onto the skin, it gets absorbed by the skin so quickly, and it has made my skin so much more smoother. It has filled in my pores, which is a very good thing. For my under eyes, I'm going to use the Kryolan Supra Color Base. This has a definite yellow undertone, so it's going to help eliminate that darkness. This is really creamy and smooth, and as you can see, its pigmentation is crazy. It concealed like crazy, and my eyes look so much more brighter on this side where I have used this. It's just crazy the amount of pigmentation. I haven't been having a good night's sleep for a few days, and hence I have a lot of darkness going around my eyes, which I tend to recover in a few days. But yes, the pigmentation of this is amazing and it's really creamy and smooth. Also, this is in the shade FS38 if anyone wants to know. Then for a normal concealer, I'm going to use this Ben Nye Media Pro Sheer Foundation, HD Sheer Foundation. I'm in the shade 202 Blush Beige. This is what it looks like. I'm going to use it on the bridge of my nose, on my cheekbones, Cupid's bow, chin, and in between my brows. And to do that, I'm going to use my Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. Cream to powder effect, so it feels really nice on the skin. It's not drying me out or anything, but it's making my skin feel so much more softer, and this is really soft as well. Layer this up for extra coverage as well, but as of now I really like it just like this as well. It has pretty good coverage, although it says it is a sheer HD foundation, but it feels pretty good. Next up for my foundation, I have this Studio West Pure Passion Flawless Finish Foundation. This is a new launch by Westside itself, and it is an Indian brand, and I dropped the box. So this is what the foundation looks like. I got it like yesterday or day before yesterday. This is what the foundation looks like. I'm in the shade 01 Light Beige. They have like a really good range, and they have pretty dark shades as well, which is perfect for Indian skin. And it also has like a pump packaging, so it's a definite yay. The packaging especially, it's matte black and gorgeous. So I'm going to use this and see how it actually feels on the skin. This is what their light beige looks like, so definitely the colors are tailor-made for Indian skin tones. I'm using this slant buffer brush from RC Cosmetics to buff this all over my skin. This has a slight mild fragrance of it's sort of fruity and floral, but I'm not really able to recall what it actually smells like.
Check 1, 2. We're bringing the party to a town near you. An open invitation, baby, come roll through. The more the better, bring a whole damn crew.
The foundation has pretty medium to full coverage, which is amazing for the price it is offered at. It doesn't also look or feel cakey at all. It's very light on the skin and it definitely has a dewy finish and not a matte one. So if you are like a matte foundation lover, I don't think you should go for this until and unless you have a nice array of compact powders to mattify it down. And if you love dewy foundations, you should go for this because it's really dewy and plus it doesn't feel really heavy or anything as well. To set around my eyes, I'm going to use this Kryolan translucent powder in the shade, this is the shade, which shade is this? Let me tell you guys, TL4. It's a yellow powder. I haven't still opened it. It's a yellow based powder and I'm going to open it in front of you guys only. See, if I've opened just like single hole and I have a lot of powder which is coming through just single hole only. So it's a yellow based powder. It's going to help set my under eyes and make them look and feel more brighter.
I'm down for whatever. Recognize you're grown. If you wanna get.
You need really little of this yellow powder to set your under eyes and make them brighter and nice, which I love. I was actually looking for Ben Nye banana powder, but it was out of stock, so I settled for this Kryolan one, and it is equally nice as well. To set down the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Sephora compact powder. This is in the shade 25 Moyen, I guess that's right, and it's also sealed till now. I'm going to open it. So yes, this is what the compact looks like. I'm going to use a big fat brush to set down my face.
Put your voicemail on and let them know you're busy.
The Kryolan powder didn't have any fragrance and it did set my eyes real well and it brightened them up as well. And the Sephora compact has a definite fragrance which is very resembling to Pond's fragrance, if I'm not wrong.
We gotta go home. 3 a.m. is early, you're with me.
This compact is not at all powdery, so even when you like swipe your brush through it, there are no powder flakes all over, which I saw in a lot of my compacts. So which is a definite yeah, it's not flaky or powdery like that, and it's really soft on the skin and it mattified my face really nicely, which I like. I had like two other compacts. One is this pressed powder from Makeup Revolution in the translucent shade and another is Rimmel Stay Matte, but I tend to choose the Sephora one because I really wanted to try it. So these two are gonna be featured on in my videos pretty soon, so look out for that as well. And as for brows, I have two options. One is the brow kit from Makeup Revolution and the other is this Essence eyebrow stylist set. It also has like a stencil and everything, so which one do you think I should use? I am digging for a Makeup Revolution today. I will surely use this Essence one pretty soon, but today I'm gonna go with Makeup Revolution. It comes with a brow wax and 3 brow colors. It also has a tweezer inside it, which is great. So I'm going to start off by filling into my eyebrows with this dark brown shade first and slightly with this black one. And I'm going to set my eyebrows with this gel. I'm going to use the brush which comes in the casing.
Come on, we're only getting started.
The powder is highly pigmented. I'm not going to use the black because the brown itself is so pigmented and so dark. Black is going to be really overpowering then. I really like these 3 shades that they've given. It's really great for brunettes or people who have dark hair, eyebrow hair, and it has a really nice variety. So you don't need to go all the way to black or you know this taupe shade. You have a nice brown in between which is going to help you fill into your brows. Next I'm going to use the wax and I'm going to set my eyebrows with that so they don't move.
Turn it up, that's what's up, we gonna have a good time,
The wax is not sticky or thick and it's not coming off when I am just running through my fingers. My fingers come off clean, so which is a good thing because you don't want to remove the fleek when you rub your eyebrow. Next up, I'm going to contour, and for contouring I'm going to use this Ben Nye contour powder in the shade number 1. It's a medium brown with grey undertones. It's really ashy, so it's perfect for contouring, and I'm going to contour along my cheekbones, jawline, forehead and nose. greatly pigmented, but it's a good thing because you don't want to go overboard with your contour, so you can build upon the color. So I think it's a good thing that it's not like highly pigmented, otherwise people can have like real contouring disasters. Next up is the blush, and for the blush I'm using this Estee Lauder Pure Color Blush in the shade, this shade is which shade? I don't know the shade. Okay, it is Witty Peach. The lighting just went wazoop. I'm really sorry for that. And this is what it looks like. It's a gorgeous blush. It's an ombre blush. Look at the gorgeousness. And I'm just going to use this, and I drop the brush. So yes, I'm just going to use a mixture of all the 3 shades here. Oh, this is so soft and nice. I'm going to mix all the 3 shades and go onto my cheeks. It's not harsh at all. It's really soft. And the color is so subtle and beautiful, perfect for summers. Next for highlight, I'm going to use this Essence I Love Runway Highlighter. It's a pen form highlighter. I still haven't used it, so it's new. So I'm just going to click it a few times. Maybe that much is going to be enough. I'm going to wait for a minute or 2 before it just like sprouts up from everywhere. No highlighter yet, so I'm going to click a few times. I'm so scared of these pen highlighters and using them for the first time because you never know when it's gonna burst out. Now, does it start now? Does it have a shade? It doesn't have a shade, so I think this is the only shade available. The highlighter is not coming from anywhere. Now, the same thing happened with my Vivo highlighter. I like clicked it, it didn't come out. I clicked it, I clicked it, I clicked it, and then the bottle like packaging burst out, and I was like, so that should be enough. That's a lot of clicks. It's not coming out. There is no highlighter that's coming out, and I'm freaking out now. I don't want another pen highlighter to go to waste, just like my Vivo one did. I'm gonna turn it upside down and then check. Maybe gravity pulls the highlighter towards itself. No highlighter yet. I have twisted a lot of times. Okay, now there's highlighter. Yes, there's highlighter. Yes, it's here. It's like a skin toned highlighter. I'm gonna use it on the apples of my cheeks, bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, chin, and between my eyebrows. Can we blend it with this? Let me see. No, this is not gonna work. I'm gonna use another brush to blend this all out. So I'm going to use the MUA F2, which is like a stippling brush, a duo fiber stippling brush, and I'm just going to blend this out. The color is gorgeous. The highlight shade, it is gorgeous. It's not really easy to blend. It takes a while to blend it out, which is kind of because you know you want your highlighter to blend seamlessly. And it is a little difficult. I'll use my fingers also, but it's still a little difficult to blend in. Other than the fact that it's a little difficult to blend in, look at the glow. The color is gorgeous, you guys. It is so pretty. To start off with my eyes, I'm going to use the Essence I Love Stage Eyeshadow Base. This is an eyeshadow primer, and it comes with a doe foot applicator like so. So I'm just going to go over my eyes and a little bit under them as well, just because I am going to be using shadows there. And then I'm just going to blend this out. This is pretty easy to blend. It's not difficult to blend at all. Really sorry for the changing lighting, you guys, but can't help it. This was really very easy to blend out, so I like that fact. Gonna apply it on the other eye as well. Plus, when it comes to primers, I really like doe foot applicators rather than the tub packaging. Inglot has the tub packaging, although I love it to bits, but still I prefer doe foot applicators. The fact that even this primer has definite yellow undertones will add if you are not using a color correcting concealer before. So if you have really dark circles, this would help in covering up a bit of them. I'm going to move on to the eyes, and the options I have is the I Heart Passion palette from Makeup Revolution. It has gorgeous shades. Then I have this Essence All About Sunrise eyeshadow palette, which again has some pretty shades. Then I have the Studio West Maya eyeshadow palette in the shade Bombay Jewels, which has green and blue. It's a trio. I'm going to open it for you. It's a trio. Again, you can't see, so I'll just completely open. This is what it looks like. And lastly, I have two singles from Ben Nye. So I think the common thing between these is the green and blue undertones which the makeup has. So I'm going to stick to that family. To start off, I'm going to use this Essence All About Sunrise eyeshadow palette, and I am going to pick up this pretty shade from right here. It's a beautiful highlighting shade, and I'm going to use the Sedona Lace EB11 brush, and I'm going to pop this right under my brow.
I'm so high, I can see the ground 'cause I'm about this life.
These eyeshadows are really nicely pigmented, and especially at the price at which they're offered at, they are a must grab. Taking the Studio West Maya eyeshadow palette in the shade Bombay Jewels, I'm going to pick up the middlemost shade, which is a pretty khaki shade, and I'm going to pop this color in my crease. These eyeshadows are so soft and insanely pigmented. You can see how beautiful this color is and the pigmentation as well. So as you can see, I have carved out my eye completely. You want to go in a complete windshield wiper motion to make sure the eyeshadow is covering your complete crease. I'm using a flat brush for this and not a crease brush or a blending brush. Then I'm going to take this Ben Nye eyeshadow in the shade Grey Stone. It's a pretty grey color, and I'm going to pick it up with a blending brush, fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to take this color above this green and blend this green out with this grey only.
No, don't you worry about a thing tonight. I know that you're ready.
The eyeshadow is crazily pigmented. Love the eyeshadow. And it is a dream to blend. Even the green one is blending so easily. Love the blending capabilities. And there hasn't been much of a fallout, which is amazing as well, given the fact that I'm working with dark colors. Then I'm going to go in the I Heart Passion palette. I'm going to pick up this shade right here, which is Guess the Rest. It's a pretty brownish black color, and I'm going to deepen my crease using a small angular brush.
Haters gonna be hating, that ain't our concern.
Even these eyeshadows are so pretty pigmented. I think my full face of first impressions is going really successful this time. Not going to jinx it. Once I have deposited the color, I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used for my grey eyeshadow, and I'm going to blend this out. Coming to my base color, which is going to be a fun color. This is just a fun look which I'm doing. So I'm using this Ben Nye eyeshadow in the shade Celestial Blue. It's a gorgeous shade. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques base shadow brush to apply this color all over my lid, and look at the pigmentation. So yes, I'm going to apply this all over my lid.
Show them how we get done, let them watch and learn. Go on forever.
The pigmentation, however, didn't like carry onto my eyes. It looks so much more vibrant like this, but when I'm applying it, I think I have picked up the wrong brush. I should have used a more compact brush rather than a, sort of a fluffier brush. I'll try to put this on my eye with the help of my finger.
No return. Tell me how you.
I think it would pop up more if you use a nice base in the same blue family. Because I'm working with such dark eyeshadows, I need to open up my eyes. To pull this look together, I'm going to go back in with the All About Sunrise palette by Essence, and I'm going to take this golden shade right here with a small definer brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to pop this right into my inner corners. This just instantly brightens the whole eye and the face, and the eyeshadow, as I told you, is amazingly pigmented and really affordable. I'm just going to take a pointed crease brush. This is the Sedona Lace EB15, and I'm going to blend everything out. I so wish this Ben Nye eyeshadow was more pigmented and it would be the actual color which comes up. It doesn't show up on the lid that well, and I'm really sad because of that. For my eyeliner, I'm going to use the Studio West Pure Passion Dramatic Eyeliner in black. They have two shades, one is black and one is blue. And it has a felt tip liner. It's not a brush, it's a felt tip liner. So I'm just going to draw a nice liner. A nice sturdy felt tip edge which gives you a lot of control in making a wing. It's pretty black, which is really nice. For the mascara, I have the Faces Glam On Volume Perfect Mascara. This is in the shade black. I don't think they have any other shade in it, but this is what it looks like. It's just a basic round tube, and I'm just gonna apply this mascara on my lashes. This gives your lashes a decent amount of volume and curl. I forgot to do my lower lashes, like lash line. I'll do it right now. I'll just apply the Ben Nye Blue Eyeshadow on the lower lash line as well. Because this is such a dramatic look, I thought about going all out. So I'm going to be trying out a new eyelash adhesive. This is the Duo Eyelash Adhesive and New Falls Lashes, which are these Artmatic eyelashes. These are quite fluttery and full. So I'm going to be using these two. I don't think I would be able to do it on camera, but I will try to do as much as I can. So I'm just going to open these. This is what the glue looks like from the inside, and this is what the lashes look like. So I'm just gonna peel off the first one, which is the right hand side. I'm gonna take my lash glue and I'm gonna carefully pop that on. I'm just applying a very thin layer of this, and then I'm gonna wait for it to get a little tacky, and then I'm just gonna pop this onto my eyes. Lashes are pretty difficult to apply. The glue is gone everywhere and the lashes are still not on. That's why I never do my lashes in front of the camera. Like, look what is happening. Oh god, this is so difficult. The lashes ain't cooperating. I'll just do them off camera. They're a little difficult to apply, so I'll do them off camera and I'll be back. These lashes were so difficult to apply and they're still not on properly, but I'm gonna go with it because I cannot work on them more. It's gonna drive me insane. For lipsticks, I have three options for you. Two of them are from the Kate Moss line from Rimmel, and the third one is from Studio West. The Studio West color is 203 Tender Rose. Let me open it for you. This is what it looks like. It's a gorgeous color, but I don't think it will go with this look because of the fact the eyes are so heavy. So that goes back to the basket. Then second one I have is 105 by Rimmel, which is more of a dusty pink nude shade. Maybe we can use this. And the third one is 103, which is a much better nude. So I'm going to use this 103 from the Kate Moss collection from Rimmel. If you don't know. This full face of first impressions. Most of the products were a yay from this tryout, except the lashes, which gave me such a hard time. And yes, we are done with the look. It's a really dramatic blue, green, goldenish eyes, sort of peacock but not perfectly peacock, and some subtle lips and subtle features. So I hope you guys enjoyed this full face of first impressions, and if you did, then please rate, comment and subscribe. It will help me knowing that you like these sort of videos. And do not forget to follow me on all my social media. All my social media would be in the bottom bar, along with an address where you can send me letters and things. And I will see you guys definitely tomorrow. No, not definitely tomorrow, but on Monday. Till then, take care. Bye.